Clark, Cunningham, Jordan. Say those names again and feel the ground shift beneath your feet. Not a buzzer beater, not a trade deadline shock. This is how the game truly changes. 3 titans, 3 generations, standing together in the same room. The rookie breaking records like glass, the seasoned warrior built from grit and fire, and the legend Michael Jordan, the greatest to ever touch the game. This moment isn't about headlines or charity photo ops. It's bigger, it's electric, strategic, a move so calculated it threatens to append everything we thought we knew about basketball, mentorship, and legacy. No analyst predicted this, no insider leaked it. Not even the most diehard fans saw it coming. But it happened. And now, the silence before the storm is gone because the storm has landed, bringing with it a force that could redefine the very fabric of the sport. This isn't just a new chapter. It's a whole new book. What's unfolding could reshape player development, shake up how stars are made, and challenge every old-school rule, still clinging to life. Caitlin Clark has already changed the game. But now with Cunningham's fire and Jordan's unmatched legacy beside her, she's lighting the fuse for something much bigger. And this is just the beginning. In just her rookie season, Caitlin Clark has done what most dream of after a decade, averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds while dragging the Indiana Fever from forgotten to feared, pushing them into playoff contention. But this isn't just about stats, it's about presence. It's about the electricity she brings every time she steps on the court. Millions are tuning in, not just for basketball, but for her fire, the flair, the future. She's taken regular season games and turned them into must-watch television, commanding the spotlight with a natural charisma no coach can teach. And here's where it gets dangerous for everyone else. Clark isn't just an athlete, she's a brand, a movement, a magnet. Her social media explodes with every post. Her merch sells out in hours. Her interviews go viral. In a world where attention equals power, she's the WNBA's most valuable player. And, not just on the stat sheet, she's dominating every platform, owning every narrative, and she's only getting started. That kind of influence, that kind of cultural takeover, it's exactly why Michael Jordan paid attention. Because Jordan sees what we all now realize: this isn't just talent, it's legacy in motion. At first, when whispers floated that Michael Jordan might be eyeing the women's game, people dismissed it as just talk. But the moment he appeared beside Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, the entire sports world froze. This wasn't gossip anymore. This was reland. It had the power to shake the entire basketball universe. Sophie Cunningham isn't just another name in this story, she's the glue. The seasoned veteran, the battle-tested warrior who's fought through injuries, losses, and legends. Her 37.8% from 3. Clutch. Her leadership in Phoenix, respected. But beyond the stats, Sophie's become the voice the next generation trusts. She's seen the WNBA before the spotlight and now lives in its rising glow. She's more than a player, she's a translator between eras. Clark is the comet. Jordan is the myth. But Cunningham, she's the bridge, the steady heartbeat between potential and greatness. She understands the grind the rookies are enduring and the rarefied air Jordan breathes. She speaks both worlds fluently. That makes her more than valuable, her essential. Now imagine the force of this trio. Clark's unstoppable momentum, Cunningham's earned wisdom, Jordan's unmatched empire. Together, they're not just changing the game, they're rewriting the entire blueprint of basketball's future. This is more than momentum, it's a supernova of influence. Corporate giants are circling, ready to pour millions into endorsements, development programs, training academies, and global media campaigns. This isn't just a headline, it's a launchpad that could forever transform the WNBA. And here's the thing: Jordan doesn't show up for small stakes. Never has. When he enters a space, it tilts. His global brand is worth billions. His name carries a legacy built on turning raw potential into global empires. If Michael Jordan is now investing in women's basketball, it's not curiosity, commitment. And when MJ commits, industries shift. Just like he elevated Nike, transformed Charlotte, and set the gold standard for personal branding, he's now setting his sights here. The thought of Jordan mentoring Caitlin Clark, that alone, sends shockwaves through the sports world. Picture him breaking down game film with her, teaching her the unteachable, the killer instinct, the isolation mastery, the hunger only legends carry. And it's not just talk. Insider sources confirm Jordan-led development programs are already being built with Clark and Cunningham deeply involved. And the vision, it's not about riding the NBA's wave, it's custom-built, from the ground up. For women's basketball, and that changes everything. This isn't just about growing the one, it's about building a parallel empire, one where women aren't just athletes, they're moguls, entrepreneurs, icons, shaping culture. And it begins with Michael Jordan putting his legacy, his power, and his billion-dollar network behind a movement that's already burning hot. This isn't checkers, this is chess, and Caitlin Clark, she's the queen, being positioned to dominate every square on the board. Behind the scenes, major deals are already in motion: joint ventures, elite training facilities, global academies, digital content empires, and even whispers of a groundbreaking women's basketball superbrand backed by Jordan's investment and fueled by Clark's charisma. Imagine a global tour, sold-out arenas, cameras flashing, shining a spotlight on WNBA stars like never before. That's the vision. And the fans. They're all ready. Let's look at the numbers. NBA viewership is surging. Arenas are packed. Merchandise sales are exploding, and it all traces back to Clark's arrival. But now, with Jordan in her corner, the ceiling no longer exists. And Sophie Cunningham, she's the secret weapon, the mentor, the stabilizer, the one who knows the landmines, locker room politics, career burnout, business deals no one prepares rookies for. She's the one keeping this empire grounded in, that makes her irreplaceable. Sophie Cunningham's value doesn't scream at anchors. She's not chasing the spotlight, she's shaping the foundation. The kind of player who doesn't just win games, she builds dynasties by making sure the culture lasts. So if she's aligning with Michael Jordan and Caitlin Clark, this isn't just a headline, it's a master plan. What if they're creating something bigger? A national player initiative designed to discover, develop, and elevate the next generation of WNBA stars. A pipeline that starts in middle school and stretches all the way to the pros. Picture elite training centers co-branded by Jordan and Clark. Imagine coaching clinics, leadership boot camps, business education for young athletes. This isn't about highlight reels, it's about legacy. And every great movement needs a story. Clark, the rising force. Cunningham, the guiding mentor. Jordan, the legendary architect. Together, they're not just changing women's basketball, they're rebirthing it. This is the collision of talent, influence, and billion-dollar vision. And what makes this terrifying for competitors and thrilling for fans is that it's not built for a season or a viral trend. This is a long-term empire in the making, a generational blueprint unfolding in real time. Caitlin Clark isn't just chasing greatness, she's engineering a legacy that might redefine the entire sport. Michael Jordan sees the vision because he created the blueprint decades ago, and now he's passing down more than tools. He's handing over the entire workshop to a generation ready to build. And Caitlin Clark, she's already drafting plans for a future where women's basketball doesn't just exist, it dominates. Jordan didn't join this movement on a whim. He's here because he sees return on investment, global reach, and the explosive power of scaling Clark's influence across media, tech, merchandise, and culture. And he's not the only one watching. Corporate sponsors, tech giants, streaming platforms, they're circling fast. The buzz isn't quiet, it's thunder rolling across the entire sports world. And right in the heart of that storm stands SophieCunningham.com, steady, underrated by the public, but indispensable to the mission. She's seen the broken models, played through the silent years when women's basketball was an afterthought. But now, she's not sitting back. She's front and center, teaching, anchoring, protecting the roots while the tower rises. Her voice carries weight. Her presence holds everything together. She's not chasing clicks, she's securing legacy. And in this storm of growth, vision, and billion-dollar deals, Cunningham is the one quietly ensuring the foundation never cracks. This is what gives the project its heartbeat, its legs, and its soul. We've entered a new era where mentorship is power, and business isn't just a perk, it's the second half of the game for female athletes. And this trio, they're running the full court. Caitlin Clark is already crafting media partnerships. Think exclusive docuseries, digital platforms, leadership workshops designed not just to show highlights, but to tell real stories. Stories of identity, ownership, and legacy. This isn't about just holding the ball, it's about owning the brand. And speaking of ownership, insiders are buzzing about something seismic. Jordan and Clark are reportedly exploring of a future WNBA team. Yes, you heard that, Rita franchise, built by the players, for the players. A team that rewrites the rules on salaries, innovation, and fan engagement. One that doesn't just compete, but leads. At the core of this vision, Sophie Cunningham, the heartbeat of the culture. The veteran who keeps everything grounded while the world watches it rise. And this isn't speculation, it's already happening. Names are being trademarked. Meetings are in motion. Strategic partners are being vetted. Every move is deliberate. This isn't fantasy. This is the future, and it's coming fast. At the center of all this momentum lies one undeniable truth. The WNBA's time is now. Not in 5 years, not after the next CBA. Right now. And leading the charge are Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Michael Jordan, each lighting a path that's never been walked before. What makes this moment different from every past attempt is one word: alignment. You've got Clark, a rising star with generational magnetism. Cunningham, a veteran who's lived the grind and earned the respect. And Jordan, a global icon with endless resources and a legacy to reshape. They're not asking for a seat there, building their own table, bigger, louder, and wide open for every girl who's ever wondered if there was space for her in the spotlight. And the timing, perfect. The 2024 WNBA season smashed records, viewership soared, social media engagement exploded, and tickets sold out coast to coast. The demand is there. The hunger is real. And this trio is answering with something bold, fresh, and unapologetically elite. The Indiana Fever Games are already the hottest ticket around. But if the Jordan brand joins the mix, the ceiling won't just disappear. And what's coming next? It's not just basketball, it's cultural revolution. Picture this: custom Jordan sneakers co-designed by Caitlin Clark, honoring the icons who paved the way. Visualize full-scale campaigns built to uplift the next generation. Documentaries that inspire, web series that educate, live clinics that connect, and interactive training apps that empower girls everywhere. Imagine a young athlete streaming a Jordan x Clark camp from her living room, learning to train like the pros. That future isn't distant, it's being built right now, and it's no longer just about American basketball. With Jordan's global reach, doors swing open across Europe, Asia, and Africa. Combine that with Clark's meteoric rise, and suddenly you're looking at world tours, satellite academies, and explosive international growth. Sophie Cunningham's battle-tested grit grounds the movement in authenticity. Clark brings the energy. Jordan fuels the scale. People love to talk about changing the game, but this is changing the entire industry, the structure, the story, the power. And here's the poetry: it's all unfolding in the WNBA, a league that spent decades just trying to get noticed. Now it's dominating headlines, driving cultural conversations, and forcing the world to pay attention. This isn't just a breakthrough moment for Clark or Cunningham, it's a revolution in motion. This moment is bigger than just three names. It's for every WNBA player who came before, who played without spotlight, who held the league together with nothing but grit and determination. This movement honors their sacrifices, shines a light on their legacy, and delivers the future they dreamed of. That future is here, and it's happening now. We are witnessing the most pivotal turning point in women's basketball history. Powerful alliance between Caitlin Clark's unstoppable rise, Sophie Cunningham's unshakable foundation, and Michael Jordan's legendary status. Together, they're not just demanding change, they are the change. From this moment forward, nothing stays the same. The cameras might still be off, the press conference still being scripted, but the fuse has been lit. And this countdown, it's not for a tip-off, it's for a revolution, a shift where women's basketball finally claims its rightful place not as filler, but as the feature, a moment where the world can no longer ignore the talent, passion, and value that's always been there. And if you think this story ends with a signature or a sneaker drop, you're wrong. This isn't a finale. It's the pilot episode of a new era built to last. This is the opening chapter in a story that's about to redefine not just basketball, but what it truly means to build a legacy that lives far beyond the court. Because Clark isn't just chasing trophies, she's laying the foundation for something timeless. Cunningham isn't just leading with strength, she's anchoring a movement. And Jordan, he's not simply endorsing, he's architecting a blueprint only legends dare to draw. What's coming isn't another headline, it's history, unfolding right before our eyes. And while the world scrambles to decode what this announcement means, the real question is, what could it mean? When you fuse this much firepower, purpose, and strategic genius, there are no boundaries, only wide-open possibilities. The WNBA stands on the verge of a complete transformation. Three names, Clark, Cunningham, Jordan, have flipped the script, turning the league into a global stage, and now, the spotlight isn't just shining, it's blazing. This is the genesis of a revolution, a cultural shift powered by vision, legacy, and bold leadership. The debate is no longer about if women's basketball can reach. It's about how far it can go, how fast it can grow, and who will lead the charge. After today, we know exactly who's in the driver's seat. The crown has officially been passed, the torch ignited, and what lies ahead isn't just another season, it's a seismic shift. Buckle up, because the game of basketball, from the hardwood to the headlines, is about to transform in ways we've never seen before. This isn't evolution, it's a revolution. And history is being written in real time.